Welcome to This Daring Adventure podcast, where we work on bridging the gap between where we are and where we want to be in order to live a bigger and bolder life. In this podcast, we will provide inspiration, tips, and skills you need to make your life the adventure you want it to be. Here's your host, mindset mentor, and life coach, Trista Gurton.
Hey everybody, welcome back to This Daring Adventure. This is episode 164, and I wanted to talk a little bit more in depth about feeling stuck. And I have clients who will tell me that they feel stuck, and it's like it's a fact. It's a thing. It is just the way things are. And if you've worked with me for a little while or listened to any of the other podcasts, you know that it's not about so much being stuck as it is feeling and being very practiced at feeling stuck. And your brain is probably right now saying, no, I am stuck. This is my life. These are my circumstances. This is what's going on. You can probably list them all off for me. But what if that's not true? What if that's not what is actually happening? What if what's actually happening is this? You've been thinking the same thoughts, creating the same feelings, and taking the same actions for so long that your body now believes that this is just who you are. It's important to know that your body can become addicted to certain emotional states. Frustration, confusion, overwhelm, doubt, not because you like them, right? Nobody would say, hey, this is great. I love feeling this way. Let's continue doing it. But it's because they're familiar. And your brain and your body will always choose familiar over unknown, even if the familiar is keeping you stuck. So here's why you feel stuck. And I'm going to try and break this down in the simplest way. Nothing in your life is creating your stuckness directly. It's your thinking. And I know you might have heard that before. And I'm not going to tell you to think positive here. But it's not just that you're thinking, I don't know what to do. This is too hard. I can't do it. What if I fail? It's that those thoughts create a feeling. And that feeling becomes your default state, becomes very easy. Overwhelm, doubt, discouragement, defeat, frustration. And then from that feeling, you hesitate, you overthink, you wait, you scroll, you delay. And then what happens? Nothing. Nothing changes, and your brain goes, see, I told you, we're stuck. This isn't going to work. We can't do this. There's something wrong with us. It's not possible. Basically, you're stuck in an emotional loop. And here's where it gets really interesting. When you feel the same emotion over and over again, your body starts to expect it. It gets used to it. It just becomes normal. This happens to everybody. So now, even if you try to think something new, even if you say, I'm going to change, I'm ready, this time will be different, your body is like, nope, we don't do that here. We do doubt. We do hesitation. We do stuck. And it will pull you right back into those familiar feelings. And even if you don't like it, that's where you land up. Not because something has gone wrong, not because there's something wrong with you, but because that's what you've practiced. And your brain finds it familiar. And it wants that familiarity. So does your body. And so if you want to shift this, we want to look at your identity, because over time, these patterns, these thought loops, this emotional pattern becomes your identity. You become someone who struggles. You become someone who starts but doesn't finish. You become someone who can't figure it out. But listen to me. This is not who you are. It's not terminal. It's not something that you can't change. This is who you've trained yourself to be through repetition, through emotional rehearsal, through not interrupting the pattern. It just repeats, repeats, and repeats again, because it becomes comfortable, because it becomes easy. Comfortable in the sense that it's known, not because it feels good. But this is where we start. If you can see that pattern and understand that this is what's happening, that awareness starts to create change. Awareness creates an interruption to the pattern. And once that starts, then that pattern of change can occur, because if it was learned, it can be unlearned. Now, of course, you probably know this, change can feel so uncomfortable. And this is why when you try to change, it feels awful. It feels uncomfortable. It feels unnatural. It feels hard. It takes work. And especially when you're starting out, you'll believe, your brain will tell you, this isn't working. But that's not what it means. It means you're stepping out of the emotional pattern that your body is used to. It means you are breaking the loops that your brain has been spinning in all of these years. You're literally teaching yourself a new way to be. And it's like anything, it takes time, it takes effort, it takes persistence and consistency. But it's new, it's different, it's unfamiliar, so it is going to feel weird. That's okay. Stick with it. And so here's how you get unstuck. It's not by waiting to feel motivated. It's not by waiting to feel confident. Please don't do that. You change it by practicing a different emotional state on purpose. Before you have evidence, before it feels natural, before your brain agrees, you decide, I am someone who is committed. I am someone who follows through. I am someone who can figure this out. And if that doesn't feel good, you can start smaller. I am becoming someone who is committed. I'm learning to be someone who follows through. It's possible that I can figure things out. And then take a small action from that place. Small, micro actions, no problem. 5-minute walk, a short blog post, one application, whatever it is that you want to work on, whatever it is you want to change, asking one question. Doesn't matter. It can be teeny tiny. You don't need to undertake a massive life overhaul in the first step. That's not the point. That's not necessary. And it doesn't help in the long run. You need repetition, you need consistency, and you need evidence. And this is how we build it. This is how we do it. You need to show your brain and your body that we can do something new now. And so this week, look at your patterns. Look at the stories that your brain is offering you. Look at the emotions that you are feeling on a consistent basis. What are your top 3 emotions over the course of a week? Understand that those are just habits and patterns and loops. So you are stuck in those. but it's a learned behavior. And so regardless of the circumstance, what we can do, where our power is, what we can control, is how we think, how we feel, and the actions that we take from that place. Start small. Understand, gain that awareness of what's going on, what your brain is offering you, what your body is feeling, and then start to offer your brain something different. It's going to be hard at first. It's going to feel terrible. It's going to feel uncomfortable. It's going to feel like it's not working. Keep going. Listen, you are not broken. You are not behind, and you are not stuck. You are practiced. It's a habit. It's a loop. And that's great news because you can decide to start practicing something new. Everything begins to shift. So if you're ready to stop spinning, if you're ready to stop overthinking and actually start moving forward, this is the work that we do. You're not addicted to your problems. You're addicted to the way you feel while living them. And the moment you change that, your life changes too. Thanks everybody for listening. I'll catch you next week. Bye-bye.